I know what you're saying, guys. What is this crazy old man up to now? Sheesh. Every time we turn around, he's doing something weird. Weird. I know how you feel. Miss Daisy says the same thing. So what I gotta do here, guys, is I stole one of Miss Daisy's baking pans. Shh. Don't let the cat out of the bag, okay? I don't want her to know. I stole one of her pans here, and I've attached some number 30 tarred nylon. I've got tons of it, because I used to do commercial catfishing, and that was my mainstay line. Put a little weight in here. See if this is going to work here. Oh yeah. Yeah, it took me a little bit to get my strings adjusted. All I did is take 2 loops and come up here with it. So let's go out back and I'll show you what I'm up to with this. Okay guys, what I got going on here is a bit of a waste. See all those bees down on the ground here? I've got this here for the simple fact I want them to find this pollen substitute, which they're working on really well, okay? And I changed this out. I had a little soda bottle here, plastic, but this sun UVs were eating it up. So I said, nah, I'll just put on I got about 6 holes, little small holes in the bottom of that thing, and they seem to be getting it fine. And then I got an S-hook here. When I want to fill it, I just take it off the S-hook here. But here was my thought here. Drop this over the S-hook. See? And now we have this nice catchment device here. And I've already got some drips in here, okay? Every time a gob of bees fall off of there, you get some drips. All right? So there's my fix. I think this fix is going to work out quite nicely. Get my strings adjusted here so that's centered. Yeah, now. Yeah. That's centered up. See, every time they drop, a drop of nectar comes down. They get such a pile of bees on here, boom, they fall down. Now, granted, you can set up a little chicken feeder here, a little chicken water thingy. You could do the same thing to bring the bees over here to find this, but we're you know, I'm probably feeding some wild bees in the swamp too with this setup, you know. Well, whatever. Won't be that much waste. I may throw a few pine needles in here so the girls aren't swimming around in that stuff. But yeah, we're pissing up a rope, actually. That's what we're doing, guys. We're pissing up a rope. When you let all the nectar fall on the ground and it soaks into the ground, the bees they don't have shovels. They can't dig into the ground and get that out. So I don't know. This is my little quickie fix. I just brainstormed this morning when I came out here and saw that. I said, how do we fix this? And then the light bulb came on, guys. Look at all the droplets here, see? See all the little droplets here? There's a lot of nectar going in that ground. Now they can just feed here. I think I am going to throw a few pine needles in here, just for giggles. They can crawl right into that pine needles and suck that right up and take it back. You know, because they may get too syrupy down here and not be able to fly. That ain't no good. Then you're killing bees, right? All right, what do we want to do today? Oh, I finished up some of the boxes. Yeah, I got this line up here. Yeah. Now, had a subscriber say, how in the heck do you guys get those Masonites in and out of those slots? Well, this particular box right here has got too tight a slot on. I did good over here and did good here at this end. And apparently somehow I got off there. And he was saying, I think he was from the UK, he was saying, how in the heck do you guys, we propolis heavy over here, and those Masonite boards are a bitch to get in and out of them slots. And I can see, just a little bit of playing around here. I had a test piece when I was cutting these, and I was checking them with my test piece. They were sliding beautiful, guys. But when it's all said and done, I got the boxes painted, they're all ready to go, all assembled, and they come back with my sliders. And I had to fine tune my sliders, divider boards, Masonite dividers. Some were up a little bit. I had to set on the edge of the table. I put a 30-pound dumbbell on them and then ran down through them, just trimming off by sight with my skill saw. And I did fine tune them nicely, but I'm seeing I'm going to have some tight issues. And if you got high humidity all summer long, I'll tell you guys, in Florida, the sweat just runs off you out here working bees. Humidity's so high, and I know darn good and well this Masonite's going to swell. Yeah. Then you're going to be cussing and fighting and screaming at old Steve-O. The sheet metal, I think I got a couple sheet metal shops around. I'm going to take my piece in, one of my dividers in, and hand it to them and say, you know, and see what my options are. You wouldn't need a heavy, really anything heavy duty sheet metal. You just need thin stuff. And see what they'd charge me to cut out some, cut me out 20 of them, say, dividers. I may do that, and that way I won't have any issues with these little, even the thinner slots. I double passed these through, by the way. You saw how I did. I took everything through one pass. I flipped it, passed it, and then I took my hammer and tapped over the fence just slightly and passed them all through again to create this slot. And some I got a little bit too much, and I had a little sliver, and it's easy to pop that out. I took a scraping tool and dropped in there and turned it, and it snapped it off and pulled it right out. But yeah, I'm thinking the Masonite's gonna suck. And I've got some with wider cuts, I've noticed. I've got quite a few of those with wider cuts that will work. So when I set these up, I will do my test piece, and anything that's got a tight fit, I may throw all those Masonite ones in the dumpster, I don't know. I have to investigate sheet metal. But yeah, we've got these girls here. I've got quite a few of these extras here too. So I don't know, I got probably 30 plus boxes to play with. For future. I'm short of resources. That's what I'm pumping up. And that's the reason I did the slotted boxes too, and the two framers. See, we've got the slotted boxes here also. So we've got all these. They've got the backer board lids. They're all ready to rock and roll. All the little plates are on the front of these things. Different flavors. We've got to get into these. Today is the opening day. It's 4 days these have been locked down. These girls have been in lockdown. I want to get in here. We've got 6 boxes we need to open. See, I did these on 24. I want to make sure, see if these girls have been released. They have minimal resources in here. Here's another thing, guys. Here's another thing, guys. This is not cheap. I don't know. They were like $11 and change, I think, for these fence posts. These are the fence posts, 8-footers you drive in the ground for hemming up your chickens or your goats or whatever. Yeah, and I bought a pair just for giggles. I have more piping, but I bought these just to see how to go. They lay nice and flat, but they're not that beefy. Then I started looking at electrical struts. Those are the struts they use in construction, the electrical guys. they run to mount all of their electrical components on. I looked at those. Oh my God, them things are $34 a piece. But you talk about nice, structurally strong. I used them for making wild hog traps. That groove in them. They had a deep groove. The ones Lowe's had a little short groove in them, but they're really strong. They'd be good, but I am not spending $34 per rail. No, 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 no. I have some more pipes, and any of you guys know any well drillers, that's get the pipes. Yeah, but I just threw this one on just to try it, and it's great for these little light guys. You couldn't put 10 frame equipment on this stuff and run up 300 pounds of 400 pounds of honey on. This thing will fold in half. But for your little mini nukes and whatever's, yeah, and 5 framers too. You could load this up with 5s and it'd be fine. But I wanted to show you on these ant moats. The Martin ant moats are working fantastic. And I quit fooling around with the pie tins. Forget the pie tins. No, that's a joke. Go to Lowe's and get this roofing flashing, but get it in a 10-inch by 10-foot roll. 10-inch by 10-foot long roll. And these little hats here, these little hats are 5 by 5. 5 by 5 squares. Yes. And there's your little cat food can with a 2x2 silicone in the center. I just put a gob of silicone. I set up a whole line of them. All these cat food cans. I get the cat food. I go out here and bait up the raccoons, and then I wash them out with Dawn detergent, hot water to clean them. I let them dry, and then I get my 2x2 PT blocks of wood, 2-inch by 2-inch, 2 inches high. That works excellent for these cat food cans. And just get your caulk gun, put a gob of silicone, white or clear, it don't matter. Squirt some in the bottom and push in that little 2-inch square block in there. Center it up and just let it set aside. Come back 24. Then you can come out here and set up your ant moats. And what I do, I've got a little gallon jug with used motor oil in it. I started running out of motor oil, and I had some transmission fluid. And I added transmission fluid to that burnt motor oil, and I just shook it up and added that to those. Just bring it up almost to the top. You don't need to top it out, just close to the top. And then set your plate on there, and one staple in the top. Set those on the ground. Install your rails, whether pipe or this, whatever, and tie wire them down while they're on the flat block. Okay, your 2 ant moats are sitting here. All right, do it in a sequence, I'm telling you, otherwise you're going to have a mess and you're going to be fighting this. Put your 2 ant moats here, fill them, staple your roof tin on, 1 staple in each, leave them here. Do the same on the other end. Now you come over here and you choose, hopefully you've got 2 arms. Hopefully a shark hasn't bit off one of your arms. So you have 2 arms. Pick this up. This isn't that heavy, even though you're having pipes on it. And then slip one under here. While you still got it up, grab your other one, slip it under, set it down. You can center it up. Don't try to put the ant moats on and grab this whole deal and try to finagle it on. It doesn't work. You'll have spillage and all kinds of stuff. And ask me how I know that. Ask me how I know that. All right, let me get my smoker fired up, and I want to check. Let's go in here and see what we got. Okay, guys, the candy plug's not quite dug out. Let's see what happens here. There's our queen. She's marked too. They're feeding her. Nice yellow butt on her. Okay. I'm happy. I'm happy, guys. Well, that's one in the hole. Let's open the hatch. Open the hatch and let them fly. Let's go down through all these and see what we got. Same scenario, guys. She's ready to go to work, guys. That's a Mathew queen. Got a little red dot on her. I like it. I like it. I love it. I want more of it. Hive number 3. Looking good. Good looking girl right there. Mathew says he's pulling 300 of these. $300 of these a month, he said. I see no reason to doubt him. Do you? What I'm going to do here, guys, is I'm going to give this girl about, I don't know, I think in a week. I don't want to wait more than a week. I didn't open this hatch, by the way, all the way either. You see what I did? I've got about a ½ inch slice there is all. And that's what I'm going to do on all these. Yeah. Whoa, my screw ripped out. I gotta fix that. I don't like that, guys. My screw just ripped out. That is, some of those were kind of close. Anyway, I gotta fix that right away. We'll have a rob out issue and a queen slaying. See if I can push that in temporarily here. I'm just going to leave that sitting there temporarily till I get back to it. Yeah, I just cracked those a little bit, and I'm thinking coming back here in a week. I don't think I better go any longer than that in these little 2s. Now, if these were 5s, and we had, say, 3 frames in there, yeah, then I could go a week and a half or 2. But I want to make darn sure that these girls here, because these are laying queens, I want to make darn sure that they've got elbow room. And I do not want to slow this operation down any more than I have to, see. That's my plan, Stan. Okay, guys, got one more to go right here. Right here. Not many resources. It's in a 5. It's in a 5, but there's only 2 frames of resources in here. I had a diode over here, and I had some extra drawn comb, so this girl will be all set here once we release her. probably one more day. You can see how I set the cage up. I just shoved it into the wax. And they have released this queen. They have released this queen here. She's not in this cage. And the candy's all gone. Let me see if I can find her here. I have not found her yet. May have an issue here. I just dug a cell off of this thing, a nice big fat cell, and I'm gonna look here and see if I can find her. If I can't find her, I'm gonna have to come back. I'll come back in a week. There's plenty of bees in this box, and there's plenty of brood, sealed brood here. They may have got anxious. There was a lot more bees in this colony than there is in them little tubes over there that I set up. So they may have dug her out of here a little too fast and terminated her. I don't know. I haven't seen her yet. She should be fairly easy to see. Matthew is marking them for me. They look like excellent queens. But proof's in the pudding, you know. You gotta let them lay for a while. Well, Matthew does this for a living. He was selling a few packaged bees for a while there. This colony is very calm acting. It's not aggressive whatsoever. So that tells me she's in here. I've not seen her, but I'm seeing some 4-day-old larvae in here. She may have got dug out and terminated. I don't know. I'm not going to worry about it. I'm going to come back in a week. He did give me one freebie queen, so if she did fail, I'm not out $30. So yeah, we will. I'm going to open this one up too. It hasn't been opened. This hive has not been opened. And again, I'm only going to open it I'm only going to open it that far. I don't, this thing is just, I mean, they're just, we got a dearth going on, and they are just like crazy hungry. And I'm going to have to keep an eye on these girls. I got to go in the shop right now and get an awl and reposition that screw, because I had a little tear out there. Those holes are close. If you drill a 7/8 hole, if you drill a 7/8 hole here, this screw position on the pivot screw, I could go a little smaller screw. I forget the number on these screws, but I'm going to go a little smaller on the screws next time, because that may have been the issue here. It just was a little bit too big a screw and tore out. But anyway, that's what old Steve-O's got going on today. We'll get back in here. I'm going to give him a week. I'm not going to touch him for a week. And if there is no, there was a cell in there, queen cell. And what I will do is give them another frame of eggs. There's lots of brood in here, and I'll let them make another queen. Right now, these syrup jars are low. I got to fill everything up. So I'll see you guys on the next one. Keep getting it, guys. Keep making them bees. See you soon. Bye-bye.